Hello. Hi guys. I hope all of you are doing well. So I welcome you all to yet another video of the Databricks playlist, and in this particular video we are going to see how we can merge two tables using the union function, right? For sure we can merge two data frames using join operation also, but join operation will be covering in the upcoming videos, and we'll be seeing that how different kind of join operations are different from each other. But in this particular video we are going to see using union operations how we can merge two data frames. So in last few videos we have seen how we can use group by, how we can use filter operation, and how we can write the filtered data, write the filtered data frame into a table. So if you are not aware about these concepts of Spark, I would highly suggest you to watch those videos and then continue with this particular video. So let's get right into the screen and let's get started with this particular video. So what I will do is that I will first of all create a markdown file where I will write merge two data frames using union. Okay. I believe in like class 11th and 12th in the sets chapter, you must have heard or maybe learnt about the union function, intersection function, and all these, right? So the very same concept will be applied here also. Okay. So first of all, what we will do is that we will create two dummy data frames. So how we will be creating is from PySpark.sql. I will import row. Okay, and I will use first of all data1, and data1 will be equals to nothing but row. I can take id is equals to 1, and let's say name equals to Vishal. I can take row id will be equals to. So with a similar kind of thing you can like create your own data frame, a dummy data frame, I would say, not a very huge data frame for sure, but kind of dummy data frames just like we use like we require in this particular example, right? And we will be creating data2. Okay, data2 I was getting a recommendation, let's say name Rajesh, it's totally fine, and Ravi, it's totally fine with me. Okay. Okay, Rajesh is here two times. Okay, let's change, let's say this particular thing to Ram. Okay, cool. And now what I will do is that first of all I will do df1 will be equals to spark dot create data frame data1. Okay, let me press tab, and I will not use union here. So what I have done that I have created df1 using spark dot create data frame, and I have passed data1 as a parameter here, and I have created df2 and spark dot create data frame, and I have passed data2 as a parameter here, and I will display df1 df1, and I will display df2. Okay, and I will run this particular cell. So here you will see in the output we have got both the data frames df1 where id is 1, name is Vishal, id is 2, name is Ram, and in the second data frame id is 3, name is Rajesh, and id is 4 and name is Ravi. Now I want these two data frames to be combined into one single data frame. So how I can do it? I can do it using union operation. So union operation can be performed something as this: df underscore merged will be equals to df1 exactly what the recommendation is giving us dot union, and I will pass the second data frame right here. Okay, and then what I will do, I will display df underscore merged. Okay, cool. So now you can see that all the like two rows, not all the two rows, I would say both of the two rows of both of the data frames got combined into one single data frame, right? And here I can get all the values. Okay. Now I want to show you two major things that we have to keep in mind. Firstly, if you look at the column name, right? So it is having ID and name in the column name, right? Here we are having the same column name in both of the things. But let's say in data 2, I am having something the column name something as, let's say, in capital name NAME. Okay, and let's put this totally into a small. Okay, and I will change it to ID and I will change it to name. Okay, so now the column names are different, even though the value is same, but you here it's like in the lower case, and in the data frame 2 it's in the uppercase. So let's me first of all run this. So here the change in column name has been applied, and let me run now the union part. So here you will see that the by default column name, is getting used of the first data frame that we are using right here. Okay. Now you can argue that, okay, for sure we can use with column rename function, and then we can rename the column based on the requirement. For sure we can do it. There is like no issue with that particular part. But here what I want to showcase is that the what is the by default column name, or what is the system, the like what exactly my system or my I would say Spark is doing to pick up the default column name, that I want to focus on. Okay. So now if you see, so the default column name has been taken of the very first data frame. Now if I change the order, okay, if I change the order of the union, just see what happens. Okay, df underscore merged will be equal to df2 dot union, and I will do the union of df1, and I will display df underscore merged. Okay, and now you will see that the column name has been changed for the column name of the df2 that was right here, and obviously the output was also has also been changed. The first rows are the rows of df2, and the the df1 rows got appended on the bottom of the df2 data frame. Okay, so this was the first thing that I wanted to focus on. The second thing that I want to focus on is, so if I'm using union operation in this particular case, right, the column of the data frames of both the data frames should be exactly the same, like the column type. So if it is a big int here, and in the data frame 2 it should be big int itself. So if it is in column 2, if it is string here, so in the data frame 2 it should be string itself. If there is a kind of mismatch in the data frame, we can get an issue. So let's verify this. Okay, we can verify this particular thing very easily. So what I will do is, I will just reverse the columns. Okay, I will use id equals to 3. Okay, and I will put the name here, and I will put id equals to 4. So for creating the data frame, for sure we are not going to face any kind of issue, right? We have got the data frames here. Column 1 is having big int and column 2 is having string data type. Now if I want to merge both of these two data frames, let's see if we can do it or not. So df1 dot union df2, and I will display df underscore merged. So now you can see we are getting an error, and what the error is saying is that the value of Vishal of the type string cannot be casted to big int because it's malformed. Okay, means both of the data frames are not compatible to each other. Correct the value as per the syntax, or change the change its target type. Exactly what I told you earlier, that the column 1 should be exactly like the type. I won't say the name. The type of the column 1 of the data frame 1 should be exactly equal to the type of column 1 of data frame 2. Then only it will work. And rest of the respective columns also, like column 2 the type of column 2 should be equivalent to the type of column 2 of data frame 2, and so on. So this is how we can perform the merge operation. So I hope you learned something new in this particular video. So I will see you all in the next video. Till then, keep learning and keep growing.